Thanks for staying with us on this edition of Vision. Cedric Varner, we asked Mr. Johnson if he would come back to be with us on the Vision Show. He agreed. Mr. Johnson, thanks for being back.
You're welcome.
With us. We had a good time talking with you a couple of months ago, learning about what you're doing with your vision.
Yes.
And Capital Graphics, of which you are the owner. And when we talked last time, we talked about some of the services that you offer the community. But since then, you've told me about some new staff that you've brought on board to help you to manage the demand for your services and products.
Yes, we do have a new staff. We have a dedicated salesperson, customer service manager. We have a production manager now.
Wow.
And I also call him a traffic manager because he kind of stands between us and the customer, making sure everything's coordinated. And we've also added a couple of graphic artists beside myself.
A couple, not just a couple.
Right, and we have another one coming on board tomorrow, actually.
Wow.
So we're trying to keep up with customer demand.
Wow.
And it's a great position to be in.
That is. That means you've been taking care of business and taking care of the customer so that you have customer demand that you have to satisfy.
Exactly.
Okay. You've been a good businessman, you know that. And you know, you really gave some great points last time about just business, and you talked about customer service, and you talked about people doing business with you.
Right.
As an owner.
Right.
Give us again your philosophy on that people are not necessarily just coming to your store, but they're coming to do business with you as a person.
Right, exactly. And I've always said that whenever you have a product for sale, it's not about the product you're selling, but you're selling yourself. If you're genuine and people are sold on you, of course, they're going to patronize you, your business or your service. So I think the first sale in business is the sale of yourself.
It's good.
And you are the absolute best product that you can offer. You have to make sure that product is polished and poised. So if you have an inferior product, if your personality is a little weak, or if your motives are questionable, you're going to have a defective product. I don't think the public's going to be very receptive to that product.
So actually what you're saying is that you are the brand.
You are the brand. You have to be. When you create that business or corporation, when you give that thing life, you know, you're it. You're it. When you breathe life into it, you're it. You're the parent.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I think I was always very excited. I really like your story. It wasn't a great story, you know, how you got here. I mean, you got here, but it was good because of what you did with what you had. And give us an overview again for those who didn't see your last segment of how you got to Montgomery.
Right. Well, we got to Montgomery because of the weather, because of Hurricane Katrina. We didn't plan on coming to Montgomery. We just happened.
I like the way you say that, Montgomery. I like the way you say that.
Right. You can probably tell where I'm from.
Tell us where you're from.
Maybe. I'm from the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Okay. Down to New Orleans.
Near New Orleans, about 30 minutes from New Orleans.
That's how y'all speak.
That's what they say. That's what they say. I'm from a small town called Pasquotank, Mississippi, which is near Bay St. Louis and near Gulfport. A lot of people are familiar with those areas and whatnot. But we happened here because of Katrina. And like a lot of people that experienced that weather, we lost everything. So we had to pretty much regroup. And I had my family here with me.
Now let's talk about how far you come. Let's talk about what losing everything means in your example. What you said last time when you said you lost everything was that when you went back home after the hurricane, tell us what you saw. Tell us what you saw. Tell us what you saw, Ms. Johnson.
Well, everyone's heard the expression, you know, starting over with a clean slate. Well, when I went back home, we all had clean slates.
Tell us where you lived in relation to the beach.
I lived about a block and a half from the beach. If I had a good slingshot, I could hit the water from my house. I could see the water from my house. And everyone that lives along the coastline lives within proximity of the water. And we got 27 feet of water in our small town. So needless to say, everyone got a clean slate. When I went back home, I had a 4-bedroom home, and it was reduced to just a foundation. So everything was gone.
So that means all you had there was just a slab,
Exactly. Exactly. All we had was a slab.
I mean, there was no remains.
Oh, I was a member of the Slab Foundation. So, you know, my family, along with a lot of other families, you know, we experienced the same thing. So we were here in Montgomery, and we had the task to rebuild, and which means we had to regroup, we had to refocus. We couldn't dwell on what happened. We had to focus on what we were going to do. We had to move forward. And that's just like in business. You have to move forward. You can't worry about how the economy was yesterday. You have to forecast what your economy is going to be.
That's good.
And you have to plan, and as one of your previous speakers alluded to, you have to have vision, you have to make provisions. You absolutely have to have that if you want to be successful.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I like that. That's fantastic. Well, now, as far as getting to where you are now, you've done a lot of different things. Tell us about your education and your other work life and different things you've done that prepared you for now.
Yeah, I tell a lot of people that I've probably had more good jobs than a lot of jobs that people have had, but I'm a military veteran, a veteran of the U.S. Army. I went in the Army to get college money. And while I was in, I attended college. When I left the Army, I went back to college, to William Carey College, which is now William Carey University. And I completed my education. I received my bachelor's degree in psychology with a certification in gerontology. Odd combination. I worked for the federal government for a while, for the Social Security Administration and for the Department of the Navy. And I was in equal employment opportunity and human resources. And I was afforded the opportunity to go back to school to work on a master's degree in business administration. And I am a certified mediator, and I probably have more licenses and certifications than I care to speak about. But in all of those instances, with all of the training that I've received, I've used that training to kind of help me in my business. And we all have to look inside of our toolboxes and examine the tools that we have. And we pretty much have to look at those tools and determine how we can best use those tools. Because once you're given a set of tools, most tools that you're given are supposed to be tools for life, which means when you're given tools for life, you have to use those tools in your life. You can't just let them sit by and get rusty. I don't plan on my tools getting rusty. So with everything that I've learned in life, I apply it to my life. And that means being a good steward over my life, looking out for my family, being prudent in business, and being a God-fearing person.
That's good.
And using biblical principles.
That's good. That's good. I like that. I like that. And we were talking about your family. They support you, helping you every step along the way.
Yes, they do. I have a 10-year-old daughter, soon to be 11, Jasmine. She's my shop manager when she comes around. A very, very, very talented young lady. My oldest son, John Johnson Jr., he's a master barber on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. He helps with Gulf Coast sales. My youngest son, Randall Johnson, he's a vacuum cleaner dealer, and he's one of the top guys in the region. He's an incredible person. He helps out with sales as well, and he gives me business advice. You know, he's on the front lines working with customers every day, and he gives me input as far as, you know, experiences that he's had with customers and the customer service that he's given to his customers.
Well, and one of the things you were telling me as far as the services that you provide, as far as, you know, taking care of your customers, is you have new promotional items?
Yes, we do offer promotional items now. The promotional items are the trinkets that most businesses give to promote their businesses, which are the ink pens, notepads, calendars, letter openers, things of that nature, things that are imprinted with the business logos on them. So we offer those items now as well.
That's good. That's good. And we talked about the T-shirts that you do. You do T-shirts for, events, family gatherings.
Yes, 90% of our business is T-shirt production, T-shirt design. We do T-shirts for churches, organizations, fraternities, sororities, different groups, businesses. We design them and produce them. They're a very, very big seller for us. We do a lot of photo T-shirts. You've heard the expression, been there, done that, bought the T-shirt.
That's right.
Capital Graphics probably made that T-shirt.
I understand.
If we didn't, we want to.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that. So when people talk about been there, done that, and bought the T-shirt they bought many times came from you, certainly around here.
Many times came from us.
Okay.
If it didn't, we want it to come from us.
That's right. That's right. I like that. That is fantastic. And you talked about the events and the family gatherings. So would you say you said the majority of what you do is a T-shirt, but now you do signs for vans, windows.
Right. We do signs for businesses. We do general signage. We do vehicle graphics, which includes vehicle wraps and vehicle lettering as well. Some people call it vehicle restyling. A lot of people have custom cars out there. We cater mainly to businesses, but we're not going to turn a customer away if they want their car customized a certain way. So we do a lot of graphics on a lot of things. We do custom wallpaper and custom wall coverings. We do something called point of purchase displays, which would be the signs and displays used on counter places and throughout stores and other businesses to point customers in certain directions. It could be signs that say on sale now and whatever they're offering. We do floor graphics. So there's a lot of things that we can print on, that we do print on. So the sky's the limit. We just ask the customer to ask the question.
And you talked about the different things that you can do printing on, and you made mention quickly is you had some new equipment that you.
We did get some new equipment, and this new equipment that we received is going to increase our capacity. It's going to give us a little more speed and give us higher quality.
Okay. Now, what would you say is the average turnaround time? I come in there, I need to get a T-shirt so I can buy it. What's turnaround time generally from when I give you the concept to actual receiving it back?
Well, from concept to design to production to delivery is generally 5 to 7 days. Like a lot of businesses, we like to under-promise and over-deliver.
And we got 30 seconds. And where's your office located?
We're located at 1618 South Decatur Street. That's here in Montgomery, Alabama.
And the phone number?
The phone number is 334-322-3733.
Excellent. Mrs. Johnson, thanks for being here, for coming back with us again. Love what you're doing with your business and Capital Graphics. This is the capital city, Capital Graphics.
Exactly.
Just put that in. Okay, and that's going to do it for us on this edition of Visions. Mr. John Johnson and previous episodes, Pastor Courtney Meadows. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned. We'll see you next time.